sorry. I was leaving the AC on till the very last second. As long as I possibly could. Because it is... I'm already starting to sweat. So, I came home today, and as I'm coming up the stairs, I can feel it just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I had to replace the light bulbs in the light fixture over me. And climbed up on the step ladder, and there's warm air coming out of the vent. So I go downstairs, and the thermostat is set to 73 on the air conditioner. And the thermostat says it's 75 in the house, downstairs. So, you'll probably hear some background noise because I'm leaving my door open. I've got a fan in the doorway, hoping it'll pull some cool air out of the other room across the hall into here. I may have to turn that on in a minute. I am going to resort to my headband, but that'll be after I tilt my camera down. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not wearing makeup because it'll just be all over my face at this point. It's Makeover Monday, and I've got ice water. Hopefully that'll help as well. But today, and I forgot to take a picture of this, so I'm going to pose it for a second so I can get a screenshot of it later. This is what we picked up from Habitat for Humanity Restore Pack. The brain's melting. So this is what we're going to be making over today. And so this is a Hobby Lobby item, I believe. It's a Hobby Lobby item. Let me see if I can get, I won't be able, I don't think I'll be able to get this sticker off of the plaque to see how much it normally runs. I can't tell. No, I can't get it off. Oh, it's a $14.99. So this runs $14.99 at Hobby Lobby, normal price. Okay, and I picked it up at the thrift store, the Restore Rack, and it was half price because pink and blue were half price that day on Thursday, and this was a pink tag for $6.98, so I got it for $3.50. And it's nice as it is. I'm going to hold it still for a minute so I can get a good screenshot of it. Get my hands out of the way. Okay. Hold it still. Take my head out of the shot. Give it a second. Okay. So, I would take a before picture, but my camera is in the tripod. So I'll just have to do it later. Okay, so we're going to make this over. And I was going to try to go for some kind of home design, but I decided to go patriotic. So this is what we have. We have this. We have the words Freedom and USA, established 1776. Now I went through my stash. I did not want to go to the store and buy more stuff. I wanted to use what I have here at the house. So these are the things that I found. I grabbed some popsicle sticks, and you'll see why. I grabbed a couple of Jenga blocks, because I have a huge collection of Jenga blocks at in my craft stash from Dollar Tree. So this is just a couple of them, and we'll be using those. I'm not going to worry about painting them. No need for that. I may or may not use these. And I have more if I need them. I do plan to use these. Okay. And then I tried to make an American flag with some ribbon that I have in my room because I don't have a small, little American flag. And it didn't go well. And now I'm starting, let me go grab them real quick. So while I was at a friend's house yesterday, we were up in her craft room, and she let me take an American flag. It's the perfect size. And then she also let me have a couple of these that I want to add to some of the decor. And then we're going to use one of these. And this is something I picked up at Dollar General, I think about a year and a half ago or so. They came with, it had some wire coming out of it, and then it had a sign, and then this more wire coming out where you could hang it up, and I think the sign said welcome or something like that, and it had a Christmas tree coming out of the back. So I completely dismantled it. So it's got a couple of holes in it. And so last night, after I finally decided what I was going to do, I grabbed one of the trucks, because I have multiple trucks, and I sealed up the holes, and I painted it blue, and I left the bumpers red. And then I sealed it with Mod Podge. Oh, first I sanded down the edges, and then I sealed it with Mod Podge. And so this is just about ready for this item here. So there's a few steps that we're going to have to go through. So at this point, what I'm going to do, so you can see what I've got going on here on the table, I'm going to change the angle of the camera. So if you tend to get dizzy, just close your eyes and I will let you know when we're there. Okay, so here we go. Alright, I'm just waiting for the computer to catch up. As soon as it's done, I'll let you know. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to put this headband on so I can see what I'm doing. And hopefully my face won't melt off. I am not exaggerating. Okay, here we go. It's ready. So, I have to remember to keep this down here as much as possible so you can see everything I've got going on. So the first thing I want to do is paint this. So I'm going to use my Waverly White chalk paint. I don't know, this is really thick. I don't think this is any good anymore. So I don't know if that's something you can put water in and thin down. I'll have to play with that. But not tonight. Tonight, hello Sandra, how are you? Tonight I'm just going to open this newer bottle. And I'm going to paint over this. Cover, I guess I could have sanded it down some before I started. That might have been a smart thing to do, but why be smart, right? My brain is melting and it's not thinking. How is it in your neck of the woods? Oh, there's some kind of hello there, hello. All I can see is the word hello. There's a bubble over your comment. Facebook puts this bubble, and I don't know why. Over, it says new comment. I see that there's a new comment. It feels like it has to tell me that there's a new comment. I wonder if I can get rid of that. Oh, it went away. Yay, hello there. It's Monday. How was your Monday? I'm getting paint inside there. Oh, and I got paint on the board, on the stand. Don't think I wanted the stand to be painted. Let me see if I can get that. Oh, I should have taped it. I should have taped it off. I apologize. That dog barks every time I make a noise. Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, these smartphones, they aren't very smart. I promise you. Of course, we probably shouldn't blame the phone and blame the people that are making them. I'm just trying to wash the paint off of the board. I really wanted the board to stay brown. So I'm going to wash this off, and then I'm going to put some tape over it. I caught it in time. I caught it in time so I don't have to paint the board, the base. So I'm going to put some of this on there. It's Monday, yes, that is true. Put some of this tape down. I'm going to use the scissors to push on it. There we go. Woo! So sorry. And there she goes again. All right. I guess I need to be patient and do nice strokes and cover it all and then dry it and do another coat. There we go. Okay, now when to dry it. My blow dryer will probably be loud for a minute if you want to turn down your volume. I love chalk paint. I love chalk paint. So this, as I said earlier, if you missed it, this is an item I picked up at Habitat for Humanity Restack Store. Restore Rack. We have a couple in our area. We have one in Jenks that just sells like the scraps from houses and stuff, you know, like doors and cabinets and windows and that kind of stuff. And then the other one is a thrift store. And they collect items, they collect donations just like any other thrift store, and they sell their goods and use those funds to, you know, go towards building houses for people in need. And I have a hair on here. Should I leave the hair? I lost it. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. I got it. So, and they're pretty big as far as backing and all that goes compared to the other ones that I go to. But I decided to include them in the rotation because I recently learned that they helped a friend of mine get into a house. They built a house for a friend of mine. So, I definitely want to include them. Okay, let's dry that and see how it looks. One more coat because you can still see cards and gifts. You can still see the words coming through. And how in the world did I get paint up here? And here I thought I had it all protected. I could always just sand it off. Worst case. It came off, so we're good. Okay. So this is the third coat. Had I sanded it down, it probably wouldn't take 3 coats to cover it. But I wasn't thinking straight. So where was I? Oh yeah. So next Thursday, I'm going to be shopping at, I will be shopping live at Turning Point Thrift Store. That is my ultimate favorite place. And that is actually the place that inspired me to do this, because every time I asked anybody I knew about, you know, do you know about Turning Point Thrift Store? And, you know, they would say, no, I never heard of it. And so I would tell them who they were and what they were about. And, which I'll go into it next week. And they'd all be surprised that they hadn't heard about it. And so I shopped there a lot, and I went and talked to the owner and asked if I could have permission to do live shopping there, to kind of try to help, you know, with my crafting group and anybody else who wants to join us, and to try to kind of help give them more exposure in the area. Make sure I didn't get the top edge. I did get the top edge. And he was happy to allow me to do that. Then I started volunteering. I'll get that. I'll get that when I sand it. I don't want the top to be white. I want the top to be the natural color. Okay, so see, I got a little white paint on the top there, but I'll take care of that. And so now, after the third coat, it's looking really good. So I'm going to set that aside, and I can take this off, and I keep that for crafting projects. And I threw the sponge away. I used to keep those. I used to put them in a plastic bag and just use them and use them and use them until they weren't any good anymore. But I don't use them that much anymore, so I'll quit doing that. Okay, let's dry this a little more. I'm going to set this aside now and let it sit for a little bit while I work on other things. And I can peel that off. There we go. So that's ready to go. I'll let that sit. In a minute, I'm going to wax it so that I can chalk on it. And let's start with this. So this used to look like this. And I filled in the holes and then painted it blue. And then didn't do a good job of sanding it down, and sanded off the edges, and then sprayed it with Mod Podge last night. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put the word freedom on the truck before, well, wait a minute, before I do that, well, no, I'll go ahead and do that real quick. And then I'm going to add a little bit to the truck. So I'm just going to do a little bit of wax right here where I'm going to do the freedom. It's actually more than I wanted. So I'll wipe some of it off. There we go. Put it on the whole truck. That way it all looks the same. Okay. The wax will serve two purposes. Number one, it kind of helps to smooth out the surface and make it ready for chalking without any bleeding. And then number two, it helps to protect your transfer when you're putting your transfer, the sticky part on, you know, like this is wood. If you've painted it, it'll help keep the transfer from pulling up the paint. If you didn't paint it, it would help it to keep it from pulling up wood dust, wood slivers. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to put the word freedom right here. On the truck. I want to go down a little further if I can. So I'm going to start there and go like that. And it's not going to work, is it? Well, maybe it will. If it doesn't, I can always wash it off since I sprayed it with Mod Podge. But I think I need to come up just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. That way it's not trying so hard to peel up right here around the hubcap. Okay? Or not the hubcap, the fenders. It's a fender right there. So I need my white paste. I think it's this one that I need. Yep, it's this one. And I'm just going to take, this is one that I cut down. This used to be this size. And I just cut it down. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to do that. I want to take this one. This is our multi-tool. And this is small enough that it will get up in there. It's hot in here. And that will affect my paste. I'm going to hold that down so I don't have an air bubble. And then go ahead and do that. Same on this side. I'm going to hold that down so I don't have an air bubble over here. There we go. And hold it. Woohoo! There we go. So we have a little bit of freedom. I have a tiny little bleed right there. I must have had an air bubble. That can be fixed. That's not a problem. So I'm going to spray this a little bit and set it down. I'll wash that later. And I'm going to close this because I don't want to risk it drying up in this heat. And I'm going to dry that. And not too much because it has wax on it. So we don't want to run heat on it too long and cause it to melt the wax and bubble up and ruin your design. So I'm just doing it for a minute. Make sure it's dry. Dry. So that little spot right there I don't like. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. So I'm going to take this multi-task tool, this multi-tool here, and I'm just going to scrape it. Now, when all is said and done, I am going to spray this with Mod Podge again to seal that word in there so it doesn't come out. So, we had a tiny little air bubble down there. And so I have another tool that I can use. just scrape it off of there. Actually, it's right here. Because it's got a little fine tip. I got this at the Dollar Tree. And it'll get up in there by the fender. And I'll scrape off that white paste right there to clean it up a little bit. There we go. All fixed. So that's the truck. Now what I want to do with this is I want to take these and I want to build up a little doop-de-doo thingy right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the rounded edges off so that it's straight. Okay, and still the right length. So I'm going to do that on 2 of these. Alright, and then I just want, I don't want the rounded edge. I just want a little bit. So I want it to be, say, maybe like that. Okay, so I just need, I don't want the piece, the entire piece to be, I don't want this part to be 1 inch. I want it to be right there so that there's space to glue this to the truck. So I'm going to take a pencil and measure. I want it cut right here, and then I want it cut right there. Okay. Well, that one's split. See if I can do it again without splitting it. I don't know. Okay, that one worked out well. So I'm going to do another one. There we go. If you're joining me, do me a favor, say hi, let me know you're here. And if you're watching the replay, so that one split, so I'm just going to throw it away. If you're watching the replay, type in #replay, and tell me where you're watching from. That way I can know, you know, how far out this video is getting. It's just fun. I like to know. I like to be in the know. So I'm going to use just a tiny dab of this on this, and then I'm going to use some hot glue. And the first thing I'm going to do, just a dab, put that back on because it keeps coming out when I use it. So the first part is to put it, I'm going to put it right about there. Glue it on here. There we go. And this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Just a tiny bit. And a little bit of glue. And go the same. Okay, so this can go right about here. Okay. And now want this to go on here, but I don't want it to go all the way down like that. I want it to go right about there. And then this part here will be glued to the truck. So, again, I'll do a little bit of this. E6000. Whoops, too much. And then a little bit of hot glue. So I put the E6000 for a permanent hold. Hot glue for a more instant hold. And then that way you don't have to worry about it coming apart on you. The hot glue will hold it in place while the E6000 has time to dry. So push those down, or you could use wood glue even, or super glue. It's just totally up to you what you prefer. That's just what I use for the most part. I have other glues down there. I just have great luck with this so far. Now that it's glued together, I want to stain it a little bit. Or do I want to? Yeah, well, I don't know. What do you think? Like that? Or stain it dark brown? I kind of like this. I like the way it pops. But see, I was going to put it dark brown because of this. But I'm going to have to sand this a bit because I got white paint on it. So this might not be dark brown anymore by the time I'm done with it. I think I'm going to leave it because I can always stain it after the fact if I choose to. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put this E6000 here. Just a little bit. I'm putting more than I planned. I forgot what I was doing for a moment. And then put some hot glue. I need to add a stick. And then put this right there. Hold it in place. Oh, don't fall off. I hope it stays. So what do you think? I think it's cute. I really like it. Alright, so let's set that aside. I'll put more glue on that little booger if I need to. I'm done with this. I'm done with the pencil. I'll leave the glue here. And I'll take this. And let's sand it down a little bit. So I want to sand the edges. That's not doing a very good job. Thank you, Sandra. Let's see. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is my beat up piece of sanding paper right here, but it does a number on whatever I'm sanding. got my trash can right here. I'm trying to be a little on the neat side. I don't know if you can see anything going on here. So basically all I'm doing is sanding down the edges just to expose a little bit of the natural, you know, brown, natural color of the board. Yeah. There. I like that. So, wipe down the table. Clean the workstation. There we go. Got it all over me. Okay. So. This is what we have so far. Okay. So now what I want to do is go ahead and I forgot to put a coaster under my cup and it's sweating like crazy. There we go. Okay. What I want to do is I want to put USA here, and then I'm going to put established 1776 here. And the reason being is because the truck, I need to put some more glue on this little guy. It's wanting to come apart. So I just stuck a little more glue on these two pieces. There we go. So this one is going to go here. But first we're going to put these. So I want to lift the truck. I want to lay the truck flat on the board. So let's put a little E6000. Okay, and a little hot glue. E6000 for the permanent, hot glue for the instant. And then I gotta know exactly where I want to place them, right? So let's put this one here. And this one. Right about there. Make sure the tires are going to cover them. For the most part, the tires are going to cover them. So it'll be like that. Okay. So, put those, push on them a little bit, give them a chance to sit. Then, this will go here. And then I will take the flag, cut it down, I think I want to glue them to the truck before I glue the truck on here. Let me turn this right side up so I can see what I'm doing. So I want to cut this down a little bit. There we go, right about there. All right, and then this is just a cute little, I don't know if I cut it, it will, I don't know if I want to use those. But I definitely want to use these. I want it to kind of look like there are fireworks flying out of the bed of the truck while it's driving. So, I'm not strong enough. Okay, I gotta do one at a time. That'll be better. Okay, and some glue. I also want some of these. So some of the blue. Oh, that's right in your face. I am so sorry, everybody. That was kind of rude. Okay. A little bit of the red. And some of the red stars. So I'm just using what I had in my stash. I did not want to go to the store and buy more things. I'm trying to be mindful of what I'm doing here. Okay, so we have that, and then I want to put USA. Let's see, let's put this first, and that way I can see where it's going to land. So let's put some of this stuff together. Now I'm just kind of winging it at this point. I hadn't thought through very much on how I was going to make all of this happen. So I'm just winging it. I want to put the flag and make sure it's going the right way here, and put all this stuff behind it. Let's do this. Alright, so what I want to do, we're not going to be able to see the back of the truck, so I can just do it any way I want, right? So I'm going to put some blue, like that. And then the flag will be flying. See what I'm doing? I'm just attaching the flag. I want the flag to be in front of everything. Put some of this stuff. I'm going to put Ouch, that glue is hot. There we go. Oh, there we go. Hold that in place. Get these ready so I can glue them down. I might even put a piece of tape over it. I don't know. Just to kind of hold it in place. It won't show. It'll be facing the board, so it's not like it'll be visible. There we go. Oopsie. Okay. Stick all of that on there. Add some hot glue. I think it'd be okay if I don't yank it off of there. Add some of this to it as well. I kind of want it to be angling a little bit. Kind of like it's flying out of a truck. And put a little bit more right here. And add some hot glue to the gun. And just pile it on there. Stick it all to the gun, to the truck. And then put some of this stuff. And stick it in the glue. I might have to figure out a way to block the side so that it can't be seen. I think what I want to do is put a popsicle stick over it to hold it all in place. So, like this. I think, ooh, it's already sticking to it. So, I need to make sure. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Yes, I definitely need to put a popsicle stick. Okay. I'm going to add this little guy. In here. Can you see? Am I in the camera? A little bit on that. And then what I want to do first, I'm going to cut off the round edge. going to go there. So what I'm going to do is put a little E6000 just for a permanent hold. And some hot glue. And then pop it on there. Nice and tight. I think I needed to add some more red in there. Get that up in there into the glue. I might have to cut that off. Slide that up under there like that. I wonder if I can cut these this way. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So I'm going to glue these together like this, and then I'm going to somehow get some glue up in there. And slide this in like that. Hold up. Same with this one. Split it. Glue it together. Just so it's thick enough, you know, that it'll make a difference under there. Put some glue in here. Put some on top here. And I'm going to do smooth side out. There's a splintery side and a smooth side. There we go. I'm just adding some more glue inside this one because it seems to need it. I'm loving it. I'm sitting here burning my finger, but I'm loving it. Look at that. Okay. And now, this will go here. So I'm going to do like I said, I'm going to put USA right here, I'm going to put established 1776 right here, and then it will be done. So first I have to wax it. And I may put a little bit more red in there. I didn't get much red in there. Wax. That'll be the first thing I need to do. I've got all kinds of stuff stuck to me. Wax on, wax off. Okay. Now, let's do this first. I'll put this right about there. What color do I want to do? Do I want to do black? I think I'm going to do black because everything else is red, white, and blue. I'm going to do black. No, I don't want to do black. Do I want to do black? Let's do black. Woo! I almost dropped this. Alright. I'm already making a mess, and I need to make sure I don't get that on my project. Oh, come on. So I need to wash my hands. I have it everywhere. I haven't even used it yet. And I have it everywhere. Okay. Dry my hands. Get this and squeegee a little bit. I'm going sideways since I painted sideways. I don't want to go against the grain, so to speak. So I'm just doing it this way. And it goes with the strokes of the painting. And now I'm just scraping off the excess. I'm going to put that back in my jar. Just like that. And then peel this off. Ooh, yes! USA. And then I want to do, here's my truck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then let's do establish 1776 right there. Make sure there's no air bubbles. And same thing, I'm just going to go with the same direction as the paint strokes. I don't know if it will make a difference. I just feel like it's better to get a better result. It's better to do it that way. There we go. So let me spray this. Set it aside. Dump that in the water. Clean my hands again. I'm going to dry this real quick. We are almost done. A little bit of this right here. And some hot glue for a quick, immediate hold. And the truck will go right there. And if I wanted to, I could even add a little bit more inside the truck. I'm going to stand her up. Okay. I don't know how I got black ink all over my hands just now. Okay. Alright, I'm going to raise up the camera angle so you can get a better view of this project as it's completed. Okay, so close your eyes if you tend to get dizzy. And here we go. Waiting for the camera to catch up. My hair. I don't like people to see me with my headband on. Okay. There it is. I guess it could have used a little more wording, but I still think it's cute. I still like it. I think it's really cute compared to, I mean, it was cute when I got it, but it's perfect for 4th of July. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you're watching replay, please put hashtag replay. Where you're watching from. I'd love to see where everybody's watching from. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to go shopping with me on Thursdays, just hit the subscribe button. Tap that little bell so you get notified every time I upload a new one. It'll come up every week. And then Friday night, I show you what I end up bringing home. And then on Monday, I make them over. I make something over from what it used to be to something new. Okay, that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.